What is going on, guys? Judo Sloth here, and welcome to today's Clash of Clans video. We have a recap from CWL Invite Week 4, Elite Gaming versus WHF. Getting straight into the first 12v12 here, but we have a very special guest from WHF. This is Clash with Cory. What's going on, my friend?
Hey, Judo. Thanks again for having me on the channel, man. This was a really good, really close, exciting war.
Absolutely, it was super close, coming right down to the final moments. Now, Clash with Cory does have a YouTube channel that will obviously be linked down in the description. You can find more attacks from this war over on his channel. But getting straight into the first attack, what we're going to do is a 12v12 from Elite Gaming, the same for WHF. Then we're going to go down the board, one Town Hall 11 from each clan and one Town Hall 10, sorry. Already got the Town Hall 12s at the start. Getting into the first one, we have used a Sui hero method, and now it really is going to just be the LavaLoon to finish off the end of the base here, isn't it, Cory?
Yeah, it sure is, man. He went ahead and used, or Foxy went ahead and used that Sui hero portion to take out a really nice chunk of that base, along with that Giga Tesla and the Giga Bomb that is the Town Hall, and that's huge value on a LavaLoon attack.
Definitely, and then you can see how he needs to bring in that massive spread of balloons because there's so much of the base left over, but because he can commit just a small amount of troops to that first portion, literally Baby Dragon to set the funnel and then the heroes to take out the Giga Bomb like you said, the rest of the army is balloons and able to swarm the rest of the base. Absolute overkill, to be honest, getting down to the end of it.
Definitely was, man. You're right. He used so little troops just to set that funnel, and the heroes, the entire rest of the army was left for the LavaLoon portion. So yeah, it was a lot of base, but it was also a lot of troops and spells, and just a really beautiful attack by Foxy here getting this done.
Yeah, and it was interesting. Towards the end of the war, I actually did a dual stream with Carbon Finn, who is from your clan as well. And nice. This was really interesting because this was Elite Gaming's chance to try and give us the best percentage. We had to miss a Town Hall 11, leave it at 2 stars, but I believe this base was only 53% 2-star. So in order to increase the percent, we had to leave an 11, go for the 12, and Foxy on the first hit got it done. Unfortunately, though, leaving that star meant that WHF did come back, get the victory as you guys saw, and again, congrats to that, but we'll dive straight across to one of your 12v12 hits as well.
Sure enough, man. Let's go ahead and take a look at Wise Man's triple on number 2, Foxy's base.
Okay.
And let's go ahead and start it. 3, 2, 1, go.
Awesome. So why don't you take this one away, Cory, and then we'll just kind of chime in together as we go.
So once again, you're going to see really similar to the last attack. It comes out a little differently, but he's going to go ahead and use those heroes to suicide in and get that Giga Tesla taken out. He's going to actually wall break him in there, and he's also going to be able to grab 2 wizard towers on that push as well. So, and an air defense. So huge value from the suicide hero portion of this attack.
Definitely, and we do have a lot of variety. I know the first 2 are Town Hall 12 LavaLoons, but after that, we've tried to pick variety for you and give you a lot of different strategies. But like you said, coming in from that push, the Giga Bomb is just so deadly to the LavaLoon strategy. If you don't have that Grand Warden's ability, it's going to take out your balloons pretty quick. And in these situations where you can use that Sui hero method, it really is helpful just to get it out of the way, then concentrate your LavaLoon on the rest of the base.
Definitely, and I love the fact that she went ahead and broke in there with 4 wall breakers, so didn't have to use a siege machine or anything like that. Really just 2 heroes and a couple funneling troops to get all that value in there. Really sets it up nicely for the rest of this attack.
Yeah, definitely. And I love how the Battle Blimp is so easy to integrate into the LavaLoon strategy. Obviously, you can use it as a Lava Hound. I've seen people get very clever with it, send it in towards the Town Hall, then pop a Lava Hound out, which changes direction to an air defense. There's some crazy methods with it, but it is very easy to integrate into the strategy, and it does lend itself quite nicely to that Sui hero method.
It really does, man. You can get a lot of variety in there too. You can put a dragon in there to kill the CC or to kill the enemy queen in the middle of the base. Like you said, you can put a hound in there and get some different angles for tanking that you normally wouldn't be able to do with the angle of your hounds. And you can also pop it full of max loons, so it acts as a hound on the way in, soaking up traps. And then when it breaks or when you pop it, then you got those max loons coming out of there wrecking the base. So yeah, a lot of good options with those blimps on those LavaLoon attacks.
Yeah, and that again was absolute overkill. One thing I should probably mention before we go on, which I forgot to at the start, I will have the recruitment information for both of these clans down in the description. Obviously, if you are at that top level hunting to compete in CWL Invite, you can check out the recruitment for both of these clans in the description of the video. Let's move on to Town Hall 11 though, and we have an Electro Dragon hit from Elite Gaming. This is going to be on base number 9, and it is DJ Clan Smasher. So we'll start that in 3, 2, 1. Off we go. And this was fantastic to see how he just took advantage of the base in terms of the Electro Dragon. So again, setting up that funnel nice and easy with the baby dragon, sneaking in just a couple of balloons to take out the archer tower, and then you can notice how the air defense are all pushed to one side. A queen charge is going to be able to access all of them and get maximum value from the Electro Dragons.
Very nice. Honestly, I don't think I'd seen this replay before, Judo, but just from the start of this, I really like it. He's going to charge all those ADs and then just use the Electro Dragons on the rest of the base.
Yeah, and I was shocked like you when I first watched it, because you kind of get sucked into watching the Electro Dragons and you're thinking, okay, the Queen's going to charge the air defense. That's going to take out that issue. We have a multi-inferno for the Electro Dragons. Sweeper's pointing the other way. Only thing we need to worry about is the Inferno Tower and the Air Sweeper. Try and freeze them for the Electro Drags, but you might see that Wall Wrecker sneaking in, and look at the direction it's heading. Right to them dangerous defenses. I mean, it just worked out perfect. The timing was legit from DJ.
No kidding, man. Wow, what a great attack on this base. Leading the queen charge into those, opening all that stuff up with the wall wrecker. Wow, that's an awesome attack, man. I'm really glad you picked this one.
Oh yeah, because like I said, I was watching this as well thinking, oh, how is he going to counteract that single Inferno and the Sweeper? He's got one freeze, and I didn't even think for a second about that Wall Wrecker. Everything just came out to perfection, and honestly, you've got to admire when attacks like that do come off. And we have some pretty sneaky ones from WHF as well coming up. It was a fantastic war, it really was.
It definitely was a fantastic war. That was a great attack you picked, Judo. That was really cool. You don't see a wall wrecker with Electro Drags very often. Usually you see a blimp or some other variation, but that was just a beautiful tie-in of a wall wrecker, a queen charge, and Electro Drags. Very nicely done.
Yeah, and really just a brilliant example of how the people and the players in CWL Invite do act to really pick apart the base and... yeah, you know, make that attack strategy customized for the base itself. So what Town Hall 11 attack are we going to see from WHF?
We're going to watch Lexigram's hit on number 9, Vasya Barley. So we'll go ahead and start that replay in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, and I remember seeing this one live as well. Me and Carbon did commentate on this. It was a beautiful hit because there was an attack using the same method where they used the wall breakers to come in from the south and then use the wall wrecker alongside the hogs, which didn't quite work. And then obviously Lexigram tweaked this and came back at it and honestly crushed this base. It was great to see them little adjustments.
Yeah, definitely. He's got a really nice clean queen walk coming into this. Gonna pick up the enemy king on the way in, which is really nice to take care of both of those heroes on a hog attack. And, you know, king's coming down at 6 o'clock, gonna do the funneling down there, and that wall wrecker's just gonna come in, really open up the whole core of that base, do some tanking for the queen, and really just get her in there to take care of the enemy CC, the Eagle artillery, the enemy queen, all that good stuff that you need to get really to be successful with the hog hit.
Yeah, and one thing that happens in this adjusted attack is that the queen actually stays alive. Because he can get the queen in so effectively with the wall wrecker, she's able to take out them buildings more effectively, gets a much better angle towards the CC there, which obviously the Valkyries help to deal with as well, and then able to get in and protect the healers from a much better angle and help protect the queen. And It was just beautiful to watch. The attack at this point, he'd got more value than the first hit, and it was quicker as well. He'd taken down more of the base and in faster time. So that's a beautiful sign of efficiency.
And it looks like she's going to go over and miss that Eagle artillery. So he gets those hogs in. He's trying to snipe those defenses and push her back towards that Eagle artillery. And sure enough, she does backtrack and goes in there and gets it, which is, you know, really key on these attacks. Go ahead and take out that Eagle. Otherwise, it's going to be raining fire down on your hogs.
Oh, yeah, and I mean, he's got the heal spells to kind of deal with it, but obviously you don't want that. He's got to use them in them places where the hogs are going to be in a dangerous position, and there's certainly a lot of defenses left here, but so many hog riders, such a beautiful entry, getting so much value, allowing the hogs to just control that pathing around the north of the base, and getting it done quite easily on this second hit. Absolutely brilliant.
Definitely. And another thing, when your queen stays alive for the whole raid in the core, she continues picking off those defenses around that ring alongside those hogs. And not only is that less defenses for the hogs to have to take out, but it's less potential trap locations, springs and bombs that they have to go over as well. So anytime she takes out extra defenses from that core, it just really solidifies the strength of that hog attack.
Yeah, that's a very interesting point as well. And obviously, the hogs work in that kind of mass army. So the more you protect, the more deadly they are in essence as well, and just wipes out the base. So we'll move down to Town Hall 10. Just 2 attacks left for you guys. Number 28 is the base we're going to see from Elite Gaming. This was chosen because of the fantastic use of a queen charge. So we'll go ahead and start that off in 3, 2, 1. Off we go. So kill shot coming in here, and you'll see that from the south of the base, it's going to charge the queen in up towards the air defense, and the angle that he enters the base means that he can kind of protect the healers a little bit as well. You don't want to hit the air defense side on where they can be in better range of the healers. If you attack them head on, because of the queen's range, you can protect the healers a little bit more, and just picks apart the base quite nicely on this one. So as you can see, he does lure the CC, which is a hound, but it's not going to be a big issue because the queen is going to go down. And also, there's not a lot of defenses shooting at the queen at this point. There's only really that archer tower. So although the poison is used on the balloon, because that's quite deadly to get down, it's still active once the hound pops. And that's obviously going to help to take out the pups in themselves. Funnel's already set, so the queen can continue doing her thing and get round to exactly where he wants her. There's that king coming in again to set up the funnel, like we saw in that last attack, Cory.
Very nice. Yeah, very nice. He looks like he's getting ready to start wall breaking into that into those AD compartments there, looking for a test wall breaker to come in. There it is. And followed by the rest of the wall breakers, getting that opened up so she can charge straight into those air defenses, expos, a sweeper, a multi-target in there as well. Access to a ton of great value in the core of this base.
Yeah, and I like how the king's ability was pressed pretty early on there as well. There was the opportunity of them trash buildings making the queen go around the base, so pressing that ability early was obviously key. Sending in the battle blimp to get the other inferno tower, then it's straight up LavaLoon around the western side of the base from that point. But the queen charge, like you can see and like you mentioned last attack, still active, managed to get the LavaLoons in quick enough to help protect her. That's obviously going to help with cleanup, and if there were any issues towards the end of the attack, she might be able to snag them final defenses.
Definitely. I also want to point out that was a really good job of time management on this attack because it was a long charge. A lot of people might not have started their Lalo portion until she got that multi-target Inferno taken out. But the fact is he was running out of time. He went ahead and started that Lalo before he probably had all of his objectives taken out. Knowing that his queen was still in there, she was going to keep working on those objectives. And, you know, he just really started it at a really nice time. So that LavaLoon was working in conjunction with the queen and really got all that stuff taken care of and got it taken care of in time.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm assuming as well that this was a fresh hit, obviously, with that Tesla in the corner. Otherwise, there'd just be a balloon on top of that, clearly. So the fact that that was worked in that situation as well is fantastic. To be able to get that efficiency and be able to notice when the queen's got what you want her to get. So even if she starts taking some damage, it's okay. Get the rest of them in. Like you said, a beautiful demonstration of that.
Yeah,
so we'll
very
move on
nice
to the final attack from WHF, your Town Hall 10, then we'll wrap up the video. Which one are you going to pick for us, Cory?
we're going to show Lime Killer's hit on number 13, Sully.
Okay, so go ahead and play that one in 3, 2, 1.
1, go.
There we go. Okay, take it away, Cory.
All right, but I really love this. You're going to notice he's not a wall wrecker like we see on a lot of these kill squad entries, because that town hall is really on the wrong side from the value he wants to get. So he's going to come in. This is going to be a go bow low. No hounds in this composition, although he does have a blimp, and basically just using those golems to get that funnel established, and hopefully a little bit of tanking left by the time it gets established to jump the heroes, and 8 bowlers into the core of this base. And he's going to go really heavy with the spells on this kill squad. We got to jump down. We've got a rage. He's also going to be using a heal for those bowlers and another rage in that core, just to try and get this really large kill squad in there and get a ton of value, so we can get the rest of this base taken out with 16 loons and a blimp full of max loons. So very, very nice attack here. You don't see this kind of attack very often anymore with the siege machines that they have nowadays. Usually if you're going to do a kill squad, it's going to be a wrecker entry. So this was a really, really nice breath of fresh air to see this old school go bolo down here.
Oh yeah, definitely, because you do get a lot of comments in the videos, what can I do without the siege machine? And it's always that kind of answer that nothing really changed dramatically at Town Hall 10, so 3 stars were possible before siege machines, they're clearly still possible now, you just have to edit your army, and in this case, taking the golems as part of that kill squad, honestly, there's no doubt in my mind this would have still been a 3 if that battle blimp wasn't there. Just sending the balloons in by themselves would have still got it done, and like you said, just nice to see that little change in army composition as well, really just adjusting things to the base itself.
Yep, definitely. It was a really unique attack nowadays, you know what I mean? Just don't see that very often anymore. Very nicely done by Lime Killer on that one.
Fantastic. Well, guys, that is going to wrap it up for this video. Thank you so much to Cory for joining me. Like I said, if you haven't already, get on over to his channel and subscribe. Let him know you came from here as well and saw the video. And congrats to WHF again. That is now 3 for 0 in this invite season. Fantastic job to you guys.
Definitely. And Judo, I want to say thanks again for having me on the channel. Really love working with you. You're such a great guy. And good game to Elite Gaming. Very easily could have gone the other way. Definitely look forward to facing you guys again.
Oh yeah, it was a great one. So that will wrap it up, guys. Thank you so much. Until next time, peace out.